Okay, so in this video I'm going to show you how you can very quickly create quizzes using perhaps one of your textbooks that you use in class. I'm going to go through some of my favorite quizzing websites. I'm going to go through Quizizz, also known as Wayground now, Kahoot, as well as Blooket, and hopefully within a few minutes I can show you how you can use ChatGPT or something similar to create your quizzes. And obviously this can be transferred to other websites such as Google Forms. Now I'm going to head over to Quizizz. So I'm going to first go to create a new resource. I'm going to create an assessment and I'm going to import this from worksheets or questions. In this case, I'm actually going to upload using a spreadsheet. So what they've got is they've given me a sample spreadsheet as a template. I'm going to open this in Google Sheets. Now, it's important to understand the format of this. So we do have my question first, any question types, options 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. The correct answer, the time in seconds that they're going to use to answer the question, and any images that I would like to use. Now, in this case, I'm only going to use the multiple choice option, but obviously you can decide how you do this. So let's go on to ChatGPT. I'm actually going to upload my file, which in this case is my A-level computer science. Okay, now that may take a couple of seconds to upload, but I'm going to say, please create a multiple choice quiz of 50 questions. Obviously you can do as many as you wish, and obviously you can remove some if you're not happy with them. That is up to you. Please create a multiple choice quiz of 50 questions based on chapter 1 of the book, data representation. Okay, now obviously this is going to create a multiple choice of 50 questions, and I'm going to say with 4 options for each question. Now obviously this will give me that multiple choice quiz, 50 questions based on chapter 1 with 4 options for each question. Now I do want this to be outputted as a CSV file. Output as a downloadable CSV file. Okay, now a CSV file is, the CSV actually stands for comma separated variables. So if you imagine if you have a spreadsheet, this would simply be all the data on the spreadsheet. However, it will get rid of all the formatting, the fact that we have cells and fonts, etc. And it would only just hold the data itself, separated by commas rather than cells. So this is the actual data, and it can be transferred and placed in other places easily. So we're going to output this as a downloadable CSV file. Now the next thing I want to say, want to sort of talk about is the format of the CSV file. So it needs to be, so column 1 should be the question. Okay, now in terms of quizzes, the next column was a question type. I'm going to leave this blank because I'm going to make them all multiple choice questions. Now I'm going to use only 4 options in this case. I could use 5, but let's just stick to 4. So let's come back to my prompt. Should be the question, then 4 options. Okay, 1 per column. Okay, and then what Quizizz wants is they want my correct answer and the time in seconds. The correct answer and time in seconds. Okay, now it's important to understand that the correct answer will be as a number rather than A, B, C, or D. So let's just make sure we mention that. So the correct answer as a number. Okay, and then time in seconds. Okay, now that should be good enough to give me what I want. Okay, so we'll be reading through the document, creating the multiple choice quiz, 50 questions based on chapter 1 of the book, data representation. with 4 options for each question. It's going to output it as a downloadable CSV file. Column 1 should be the question, then 4 options, 1 per column, and the correct answer and the time in seconds. Now I am actually going to take the data from this CSV file and I'm going to put it into the file that they've given me. Okay, here we go. So let's download this. Now I could actually open this up straight away, but just for the sake of being able to show you, I'm actually going to place this. I'm going to actually place this into Google, my Google Drive, just so that we can see what it looks like. Okay, and in this case we've got my questions, my 4 options. Oh, so it looks like they've got loads of placeholder questions, so that didn't quite go to plan. So I may actually go back and say you've only given me 20 questions. Okay, given me 20 questions. I wanted 50. Okay, so hopefully it will redo this and give me the 50 questions. However, let's just carry on. Okay, so I do have my 20 questions there. Let's open this as a Google Sheet. Now obviously I want to translate this or transfer this data over to my file, so I'm going to copy my questions. Let's paste them here. Okay, this is view only, so I will actually need to make a copy myself. Make a copy. Okay, here we go. Okay, that's my there are my questions. Like I mentioned, let's make this all multiple choice. And I've got my text option. Let's come back to here. So I can actually copy all my options together. I can't do the correct answer in time just yet. I can, but we won't. Okay, let's get rid of Pluto here. Let's get my correct answer in and the time in seconds. Okay, and let's delete these for now. Obviously I can put links in there, that's not a problem. So here we go, we've got my CS file. Let's now download this. I'm going to download this as an Excel file because I believe that's what Quizizz want. So I'm going to download this, and you can see that's popped up here. Now let's come back to Quizizz and let's drag this in. Okay, it will now read all the questions. Okay, there we go. So I am happy with that. Okay, in this case let's continue. Okay, for some reason this is telling me about Jupiter. I have no idea why. Okay, but all these questions are relevant to data representation. I can now obviously finish this off, give it a title. So this is A-level chapter 1 data representation. Okay, and I can actually publish this, and obviously it's not 5th grade, but I can actually publish this and play this with my class. Okay, now let's see, has ChatGPT given me another one? Okay, so let's see what they're giving me this time. Again, let's pop this into my okay, so there we go. We do have 50 questions now. Let's open this with Google Sheets. Okay, I do have all my questions here this time. Let's come back to Kahoot. Now, if I do come to add, I'm going to go to import. I do need to import my spreadsheet, so let's download their template, which I can, in fact, again, for the sake of being able to show you this, now obviously I can open this straight away in Excel. It will do more or less the same thing. But let's come back to Kahoot here. It's opening it in Google Sheets as a spreadsheet file. Notice that the order in this case is different. So I do have my questions. So let's open up my 50 question. So I can copy, bring this over to Kahoot, paste. I want my 4 answers now. So I could have actually done that together. Okay, in this case I have my time limit. Okay, now there may be a problem where some of these, I think they would either want 30 or 60. Some of these are 45, so I'm going to make sure they all stay 30. Okay, there we go, so there shouldn't be any problems. And the correct answer, which again, obviously, really the most important. Now, obviously, ideally, I should be checking these, making sure that they're all correct. And there we go. That's all done. So now if I come back to Kahoot, okay, it does want me to select that as a file, so I can actually save that. In this case, I'm just going to download this as an Excel file. Let's come back to Kahoot and let's upload this. Okay, I can see that's over here, upload. Okay, I have all my questions here. Notice my first question is blank, so I will need to delete that. But there we go, delete, and I'm good to go. Okay, so again, let's call that A-level Chapter 1 Data Representation. Okay, there we go, done. That one is good to go. Okay, so I can actually run that if I wanted to. And again, let's quickly do another one for Blooket. Okay, now let's go to create. Let's give it a title, A-level Chapter 1 Data Representation. I will need to go to CSV import, create. They do have a template that they want me to copy or download. Let's download this for now. Again, for the sake of just showing you how this would work, I'm going to pop it into my Google. There we go, Blooket spreadsheet template. Now in this case, what I do have luckily is this is the same order as the Kahoot quiz. So I am simply going to copy and paste. Okay, so I've got all my questions there. Let's again see, Blooket do want this as a CSV file. Okay, so I will in this case need to download this one as a CSV file. File, download, CSV. That will download. I can come back to Blooket. I should be able to just drag this in now. Okay, there we go, all ready to go within a few seconds. Okay, so that save set, and there we go, that one's ready to go as well. So easy way to create quizzes within a few minutes, let's say, through the use of the booklet that you may be using, through the use of ChatGPT, through the use of a CSV file, and obviously the quiz website that you wish to use. I hope you enjoy. If it's of any use to you, please let me know. Thank you very much.